Hey everyone, welcome to another commentary long play. As always, we are in a brand new peaceful world where we can get some building done and where we can kind of hang out and just have a good time while we're doing it. And fortuitously, we spawned in an old growth taiga, which is awesome because, as you all know, please say it with me, spruce is objectively the best wood type. And I've got more than I could ever use in this area, which is so awesome. And we have mossy cobble, which I'm so thrilled about. I cannot tell you how happy I am about the mossy cobble. I don't even really know what I have planned for this build today, but it's going to have some mossy cobble in it. And some spruce for sure. I mean, what would an auto boa build be if it didn't have spruce in it? Well, it would probably be my second commentary long play where I couldn't find any spruce, but in this world we obviously have a whole bunch, so that's awesome. So yeah, no, let's kick things off with a little bit of tree punching. I just want to find one that's not going to be so tall I can't get the whole thing down. This guy looks like a good one. And we'll kick this off, get our first bits of wood, and kind of get our tools set up. So I hope everyone's having a good week and everyone's enjoying some warmer weather. I am so happy here in Vermont. We're getting consistent 50 to 60 degree days, and it's such a welcome change. I cannot tell you how nice it is to be able to, you know, wear shorts on my walks with Valerie and just hang out and, you know, have the door open when I get home from work and enjoy, you know, a nice breeze blowing through the apartment. It's just fantastic. So let's get some tools set up. Let's do pickaxe and an axe. Knock this out. Perfect. And wow, there is so much mossy cobblestone, and there's an azalea tree, which means there's a lush cave. Wait, okay, all right, inspiration time. I said in I think my last long play that I wanted to do a lush cave build. Let's see if we can't get down to that lush cave. Is this going to lead anywhere? Ooh, it does. It leads somewhere. And let's see if we can't find our way down to that lush cave. I need some coal though, first things first, and because it's a little dark and I don't want to go running through the dark. Oh goodness gracious, it is dark. Okay. Oh boy. All right, well, let's hunt around for some coal first before we start going too crazy with trying to do some caving. But definitely into the idea of a lush cave build today. I think that would be so much fun. Let's see if there's some other more accessible caves around so we can get some coal really quick. I hope the work is going well for everyone. I hope school's going well for everyone. I went on a little trip this weekend, which was great. Me and my partner went to go see a show in Connecticut, which was really fun. I don't know. I mean, people may know the name. I knew the name, but I didn't really know her music, Melissa Etheridge. And I'm sure there's probably people out there screaming at their screens, being like, "Otto, how did you not know about Melissa Etheridge?" I knew some of her songs. She started playing a few and I was like, oh, I know this song, you know, this isn't a new song to me, but I never really delved into her music, and it was a really fun show. It was a little weird because we didn't realize when we booked the tickets that it was a double headline show. So there was two headliners, or well, there was an opener and there was Melissa, and the opener went on for about an hour and a half, which like 45 minutes into the opener being on, we were all like, is she gonna stop playing and are we gonna get to hear Melissa's music, or is this concert just for her? And it was a little confusing, but once we did a little more research during the intermission, we realized that it was a double headline show. And I will say the person who went on first was really good. She had some great energy and it was a lot of fun. Her songs were like a little bit slower and a little bit more folky, which was nice. I'm not really a huge like country music folk fan. I mean, I love it to a certain degree. I'm more of like an EDM and techno kind of guy, which I know couldn't be farther from country and folk, but yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed the concert, and yeah, so it was a really good time. That is one reason why the most recent episode of the Story World Survival was, I mean, I when I was editing it, I realized it wasn't as rushed as it felt when I was recording the video, but it felt a little rushed when I was recording it because I felt like I had to get it done in time for us to leave, and I would have some time to sort of have everything edited and set up and good to go. And yeah, no, I think the episode came out great, but I felt like I was rushing it a little bit. So it's going to be nice this week to kind of have one of these commentary long plays to just sort of take my time, and we can just sort of, enjoy the vibes as we're just kind of going along and hanging out. So, all right, let's get back over towards that. I mean, I'm sure the Lush Cave is like all over the place below us, but I feel like the best place to start looking is somewhere over by where that azalea tree is. And of course, there's no chance in heck I'm going to find that again. But maybe if we can just find like a good cave entrance. That one over there looked like it was flooded, so I don't want to mess around too much with trying to dive through flooded caves and see if I can make my way down. Let's get these torches out. All right, this doesn't really go anywhere, does it? It does not. All right. Let's keep looking around. That doesn't go anywhere. Just gonna break that with my axe, apparently. How about this? Where does this lead to? Oh, we're getting somewhere. Ooh, I see lights. I see lights. Oh, it's a lush cave. Don't you love to see it? Don't you just absolutely love to see it? Okay, how do I get down without breaking my ankles? I think we're just gonna have to go for it. Ooh, look at this. Ooh, oh my God, it goes on. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, I'm so excited about this. I can't even tell you how excited I am for this. Okay, I probably should have harvested some wood first. I mean, we obviously can always go back up. I kind of wanted to just scope this out and make sure that this was a good possibility for building. All right. Ooh. Oh, interesting. It's like a lush cave and a ravine kind of met up, and that's so cool. Okay, let's go this way and see where else this lush cave leads to, and hopefully gather up some iron. And maybe if we get lucky, in the last, I think 3 of these commentary long plays, I've managed to find diamonds really quickly, and I'm not gonna hold out hope that that's always gonna happen, but if I could find diamonds again, that would be so bonkers. I'd be totally floored. Okay, this is going somewhere. I'd love for it to like really open up and give me like a nice big chasm. I might not get that though. Yeah, it doesn't look like at least that way it goes anywhere. Let's pick up this iron. I'm definitely really into the idea of a lush cave build today though, and I'm hoping we can find like a legitimate spot. I mean, even just coming down like that little hill right there would kind of be a cool spot. I have no idea like style wise what I should go for. So it's definitely going to be something that I'm going to have to suss out as I'm building it, but let's pick up some of this iron. Definitely going to want a whole bunch of it. Let's see what's going on over here. What's going on over here? Not much, it looks like. A little more iron though, so let's go and grab that. Ooh, a whole bunch more iron. That's awesome. Okay, we'll keep kind of trucking along here. Where does this lead to? Where does this lead to? Looks like possibly another dead end. Or not even like a dead end, but kind of a... wait, there might be some more down there. Let's pick this up. I see a little more right here. There's definitely a lot of iron down here, which is awesome. This is getting us a really great head start on, you know, better gear and tools. Ooh, we're getting down into deep slate too, which is awesome. If we get diamonds again, I will lose it. I think I'll have to... I don't even know how to prove to you guys that, like, I'm not modding the world. I'm not putting the diamonds in myself. They're just appearing, but I'm not going to get ahead of myself. They may or may not be here. We are getting down into deep slate, which means that we could possibly, well, if this goes anywhere, it looks like this might be a dead end. Yes. Yeah, that's a dead end. Okay. All right. All right. It's a cute little lush cave for sure. I mean, I don't know if it'll exactly work for the purposes of what I was hoping for in terms of having enough space to do a build. Let's just like walk through it one more time and see if there's any spots that kind of speak to us. I mean, there might be diamonds down there. Ooh, there's a little more iron right there. Ooh, and some coal. Cool stuff. I also apologize. I feel like my recording's a little laggy. I'm not quite sure why. I didn't really do anything to change my settings. I was messing around with some mods on my installation though to see if I could try recording a different type of video. And let me tell you, holy crud, it was really hard to find good settings or good mods for what I was trying to do. I'm not gonna say what I was trying to do because I'm still committed to trying to figure it out and see if I can't get it to work. So I'd like for it to be kind of a surprise if I can get it to work and I can get it up there. But it was mods. I just don't really jive with like figuring out mods and compatibilities and dependencies and all these different sort of details that have to go together in order for all the mods to work right. And then there's always like, well, you want this mod, but it's on Forge and you have Fabric. And I also haven't updated my game in like a very long time. I'm still playing on the pale, ooh, some axolotls. Pre-pale garden update. I don't know. I think it's like 1.21 and I think we're on to like 1.25 or something now. And so I'm rocking quite an old installation, which I don't think is like hurting me. Obviously it's just gonna run just as fine, but when I'm looking for mods, sometimes it's like a little bit of a struggle because it's like, why do you have such an outdated version of the game? Oh god. All right, here, let's grab this. Ooh, there's a lot of axolotls down here. That's awesome. is this a new branch? Yeah, I think this is kind of a new branch of the Lush Cave. Okay, I think this is where it intersects with that ravine. Yep. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna have a heck of a time getting out of here, guys. Oh my god. I'm already painfully lost. I have no idea where I came in. Okay, we're going. Ooh, there's more Lush Cave down there. And it's an interesting sort of mix of Lush Cave and regular cave. Like, there's more Lush Cave here. I should really be throwing down torches. I don't know why I'm not torching things up. Let's hit this pocket of iron here. Okay, yeah. I remember throwing that torch down there and being kind of surprised by the fact that the Lush Cave and the ravine sort of met up together. Definitely let me know in the comments what your feelings are on these commentary long plays. I really enjoy making them. They're so relaxed and fun, and I can just sort of hang out with you guys and get some building done, but like also not have to stress about, you know, fighting mobs or, you know, starving to death or anything. And I'd be really curious to hear what other people's thoughts are on if they're liking this and if they, you know, would like to see more, or even if, you know, you're not liking this and you'd rather see like a different type of content. I'm really open to like all suggestions, and I'll be honest, even if y'all aren't liking it, I may still just go ahead and be making these mostly because I find them so fun, but I'm definitely open to hearing what other people feel about them and how it's being received by the community. Okay, this Lush Cave is bonkers. It is wild. I don't even know, is that lava? No, there's more Lush Cave down here. All right, let's grab this iron. Okay, it keeps going. It just keeps on going. Let's get down there. Definitely a whole bunch of iron. I mean, we are barely 20 minutes in and we have almost a stack of iron. Let's make another pickaxe. Oh, I need sticks. All right, we're gonna have to be kind of strategic about this because I don't have a ton of supplies to be burning right now. Let's grab another pickaxe. And I don't want to get, oh wow, even more iron, my gosh. And I don't want to get stuck down here and get like lost. Oh wow, this is just, and the iron, my god, it's just everywhere. I mean, I am not gonna complain. All right, there's some like narrow corridors of Lush Cave, kind of little pockets here and there. Let's see. Let's go on the other side of this because I think we came in like over here-ish. Yeah, that's like kind of my odd staircase. It goes further. I mean, it goes down here. Now we're starting to get into deep slate layer. I don't know how I feel about going like all the way down there. I would ideally like to find something closer to the surface. Means we probably should start heading back. Especially because if we're going to do anything, we definitely need to grab some trees. We can't set up a base or anything without a consistent supply of wood or just a solid supply of wood. Let's pick up all this coal though. And even more iron. It's a little absurd. Somebody let me know in the comments, is iron more likely to spawn in lush caves? I mean, I feel like it has to. There's been so much of it. All right, let's head back because I don't really, I mean, this is a dead end. Yeah, this looks like pretty much a dead end. So let's head back up. See if we can't navigate our way back to like that main chamber we were in. How much iron do we have? Should I pass that up? I probably shouldn't. Feel like it was back up here, although Lord knows. Oh, we have like regular dirt here. They're way out to the surface up here. All right, well, here's a flooded cave. It's definitely not this way. I still don't know why I'm not torching this up. It's because I'm in peaceful, you know? When I'm in any sort of like difficulty with mobs, I'm torching every other block. I mean, I spam the torches just like you wouldn't believe, but in peaceful mode, I'm just like, I can just run around in the dark. There's no consequences, so I'm totally fine. And then I end up horribly, horribly lost because I didn't create any sort of trail for myself to follow. Okay, all right, well, there's some torches, so I was down there at some point. I think that's closer to the main chamber too, so let's see, how do I navigate to that? Is it this way? Ooh, wait, I think we're getting somewhere. Yes, 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 I remember this. Here, let's I pick up this iron without drowning. Here we go. Okay, we're definitely getting somewhere now. I mean, I could see this as a pretty decent spot. I don't know. I mean, I would love to do a lush cave build. I'm not going to pretend like I don't want to, but at the same time, I'm just not sure if this is the right lush cave to do it in, you know? If it was a little bit more expansive, if it had a little bit more volume to it, I'd be pretty much dead set on doing it, but there's just like areas in here that feel a little bit tight. And I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do a kind of build that I want to do in the area that's allotted in this cave, you know? Like this is another area that's like kind of cool and I could get down with. There's even like an opening to the sky up there, to the ground. So that is actually pretty cool. Let me free cam for a second. I mean, that is a pretty big open spot. It backs up against that pillar. Okay, well, I would be remiss if I didn't get out there and do some exploring, you know? I always like to do a little exploring in these and, you know, not just settle on the first place that I come by. And so I'm going to find my way back out and then we're going to do some exploring. We know this lush cave is here. At the very least, we have as much clay and as much moss as we could possibly want. So we're good on that. So yeah, I'm just going to kind of hunt for my way out, which I honestly have no idea. Guys, I might be lost. Actually, no, wait, scratch that. I'm definitely lost. So we're gonna look around and see if we can't find our way out of here. All right, we've like kind of found our way out. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, if we can kind of get over to that side, which I think if I'm just very careful about how I'm going down here, I can make my way back up and we'll be out of here. Yeah, yep. Definitely a cool lush cave. I'm into it. Not sure if it's the right vibe for this build though, as much as I want to do a lush cave build. And maybe there's another lush cave around here, like in this sort of cave complex or just a larger section of that. I feel like I explored it pretty thoroughly, but I'm always down to kind of head back down there and check it out. I mean, we'll probably need more coal or cobble or something, and we'll end up back down there again. So let's just, I feel like I've had to build my way out of this whole area. Burning through this cobble. Okay. All right. We made it. We made it. I never found any sheep though, so we're rocking some nighttime vibes and we're just kind of hanging out. Let me keep looking around, see if I can't find some sheep or something. Oh, we have another azalea tree here. Oh wait, here we have, here. I need some sheep. I'm not gonna be able to do this playthrough without a little bit of wool, and I'm hoping this feels like a little bit of a plainsy area. Another azalea tree, so that's awesome. I'm hoping to be able to find some sheep though, just so that way we can sleep through these nights, because this has been a long dark night. But there are multiple azalea trees in this area, so feeling like we've got to be on top of another lush cave, which I would love to investigate. So let's keep our eyes peeled for another cave entrance. Oh, it's finally not pitch black out here. Okay. Let's keep looking around. I might need to find a way out of this old growth taiga to get the wool I need to get a bed. That, or if I can find a taiga village, so that way I can steal one of their beds. This is an expansive old growth taiga though. I mean, this is huge. I mean, it just goes on and it's just amazing. I love these biomes. I think they're so varied. I mean, I love the texture on the grounds. I love like the ferns and the mushrooms. It feels like kind of whimsical and magical. I'm sort of holding out for a cave entrance right now. And if we can find one of those and get down to this second lush cave, that would be super cool. Not seeing any lush cave stuff going on down there, which is a little disappointing because it's such a good entrance. I'm gonna just start walking in one direction because I've kind of been like doubling back on myself over and over again looking for cave entrances, and I think the priority right now is to find some sheep to get some wool for a bed. So I'm gonna hunt for that, and I probably need to exit this biome because I'm getting the sense, and somebody please let me know in the comments if sheep don't spawn in old growth taigas. I'm guessing they don't, and that's why I'm not finding any. So I'm just gonna run for it. That old growth taiga is at spawn, so we should be able to navigate back there pretty easy. But yeah, I'm just gonna kind of run in a direction, and hopefully it'll take me to something a little different. Oh, wait. Is this a village? Oh. Here, wait. Yes, it is. Bed? Nope, no bed. Oh, wait, there's more stuff over here. Bed? No bed. Where are your houses? All right, I see an iron golem. There's got to be houses. Oh, there's a house. What? No bed? Where do you sleep? Ow. Here, wait, maybe this? What the heck? How is there no beds in this village? Where do these villagers sleep? I think your city planning leaves a little to be desired. That's not up to code there, so little concern for you guys. Oh, here's some more. Oh, give me something with a bed. There we go. Anything good? Nope. Nothing I couldn't get already. Awesome. Okay. I have no idea how I got into this village, though. Okay, here, wait. I know I came in... Oh, God. These stupid bushes. Okay, I know I came, like, towards this well, so it was this way. And then I think, yes, I think I came from like this direction. So now that we've got a bed all sorted, I think we can head back to that old growth taiga and set ourselves up with some sort of build idea. Here we go. We've already made it back. How awesome is that? Ooh, we've got a pretty big cave entrance here too. Is that the one I was just looking in, or is this a different one? I think this is a different one. I'm not seeing any sort of lush cave action going on here. Oh, this is that original cave. Okay. How much coal do we have? We can pick up a little more coal. We definitely want to find a spot soon, so that way I can smelt up some iron to get some better tools. And we can start taking down some trees for some additional wood. All right, let's make one more pickaxe. And whatever this gets us, and we've got to find somewhere to set up before this runs out. Oh. Okay, there's definitely like lush cave stuff going on down there. Getting down there is gonna be a trick. I mean, there is water right there. I just not sure that I trust myself to jump into that. I don't know. I don't know. Should we just send it? Do we just send it? I guess we do. All right, let's just take one more look at this. Oh. Oh my god. That was really scary. That was quite the drop. My god. All right, let's just get out of this pool here. I really hope this lush cave is worth it. And I didn't just jump down here for nothing. Regardless, just the rush of doing that was worth it. Oh boy. I'm not even gonna get any of this because, yeah, I'm using a stone pickaxe. What? There's a ruined nether portal down here? And look at that. I've never seen it like laying down like that. What the heck is going on there? Oh, 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 oh. Diamonds. Oh, man. Oh, man. What are we looking at here? What are we looking at here? All right. All right. This is pretty funky. Got an oxalotl kind of just swimming around. Little dead end there. Let's check out this ruined nether portal, because I have never seen one of these spawn in a lush cave and then also spawn laying down like that. Like, is that completable? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, wait, is it? That might be completable, actually. Protection, efficiency 3 gold axe. And a golden apple. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna take that, if not just for like the if not just for like the bragging rights of having it. All right, how can we pass them up? Oh, how can we pass them up? Oh, I need to smelt some stuff first here. Okay, can't do that with the stone pickaxe. Furnace. Throw our iron in. While we're doing that, we'll just do a little peek around. Is there anything else down here? Is this just kind of a dead end? Oh, oh, oh! Oh my god. I swear, guys, I am not doing anything to these worlds. I am just, oh my god. It's just ridiculous. It's just because I'm so fearlessly exploring these caves that I'm coming across way more resources than I normally would. All right, let's grab some of that that iron, and we can get some of these diamonds picked up. scoop these bad boys up. And we might as well kind of dive into this cave a little bit more, right? I don't think it's gonna open up to any more lush cave. Oh, whoa. I don't think it's gonna open up to any more lush cave, but I mean, we already got 6 diamonds. We could try pushing for a few more, right? Whoa. A lot of lava going on here. I am burning to death. I am burning to death. Okay. Just as I made it to the water too. I love it. You gotta love it. All right. I just want to, I went pretty far in there and I don't want to go too far without like collecting my, and I found another connection of Lush Cave and I don't want to like leave my stuff burning here. So I'm going to grab this just so that way we're not losing our stuff. And then let's go back this way. It kind of looked like a pretty open area too. I don't know if I'm crazy, but I mean, I'm definitely crazy, but I don't know if I'm wrong about this lush cave. Now let's see if we can get through this without setting ourselves on fire again. Okay, woo, we're good. Yeah, like we're getting into more lush cave here again. Oh, baby axolotls. They're so cute. Oh my god. You're so tiny. Oh my god, I've never seen a baby axolotl. All right, what are we looking at here? This is a little lackluster, honestly. It's not doing it for me. Although maybe I should keep going this way in case it maybe connects to the surface, because the way we came down is not really a very accessible way back up. Oh, wait, there's the ruined nether portal. So we kind of made it back. We must have done like a really big loop. I mean, could we vibe with like this area? I don't know. We do have some lava and nether portal action going on. But like this spot right here is kind of chill, and it's big enough that we could definitely fit like a little build in it. And if we move some like moss carpet around and like cover it up, or even just like bone meal some moss, I don't know where I'll get the bone meal from, but we could squeeze like a little build in here. So maybe keep that in mind. Of course, if I leave here, I'm never gonna find it again. But here I am recklessly running away from it. Okay, that's not going anywhere. I think we went down there and that's a dead end. Oh, oh. Is there a mine shaft down there too? There is a mine shaft. Oh boy. Here we go. Thus it begins. I'm not even gonna justify it, you know. It's happening, you know. Like, we're finding diamonds. Like, I don't know why in these one-off worlds I have such incredible luck finding diamonds over. Oh my god, is that a trial chamber? It is. I mean, there's no risk, right? Because we're in peaceful mode. Like, nothing's gonna spawn in there. Oh my god, I've literally never been in one of these in my entire Minecraft career. That's awesome. Oh my god. I'm not gonna mess with that because, like, I don't even know what to do with that. Ooh, we got a thunderstorm up top. My inclination is to sleep. I feel like I have to. That thunderstorm sounds rough. I'm not messing with that. I know there's no mobs, but let's just sleep. All right, I'm gonna find my way out of here. And as much as I want to do the Lush Cave build, I'm just not feeling any of these Lush Cave areas. Like, there is this spot right here that could be a good spot, but there's just not, like, I don't know. There's not enough space and it doesn't feel lit up enough. There's not enough glow berries, and I know I could move them around and everything, but it just, I don't know. It just doesn't feel right, you know? So I'm gonna head out and we're gonna find our way to hopefully another good spot. Maybe, hopefully something above ground that will do the trick for us. All right, we've made it out. That was a little ways down. I'm honestly not even feeling like I will want to navigate back there. I guess the only thing that I could have grabbed that I didn't was some glow berries, but I'm not feeling either of the lush caves that we found. I think I'm just going to do a little bit of running around and hopefully find a decent spot. I would love to set up in this old growth taiga. I think that would be super cool. And we obviously would have all the spruce in the world, and we wouldn't have to worry about, you know, wood or a mossy cobble. That is a terrifying hole in the ground. This is pretty cool. What are we looking at here? What is this? Is this an island? Oh, please tell me it's an island. Please tell me it's an island. It is an island. Oh my god, this is so cool. Oh, I could so get down for this. Yup. Okay. All right. I'm not going to complicate it. I'm not going to spend, you know, I feel like I've already spent a really long time looking around, you know. I've sort of explored this taiga biome backwards, forwards, and upside down, and I think this is it. This is a super cool spot. It's this like kind of mountain island. It is going to be kind of a nightmare getting up and down from here, but that's fine. Hopefully we don't have to do a lot of that. Oh yeah. Oh, this little bit up here on the top with those views. I mean, look at those views. Look at those views. Oh my God. It's perfect. No, I love it. I absolutely love it. If we shave off this layer, we'll have such a big space to do. Hopefully not too big of a build. I seem to be very bad about exercising any restraint with these builds and end up making these huge builds, and I really hope to not go so gigantic with the build this time. So let's try to restrain ourselves a little bit, and let's make a chest and start throwing some stuff down. And then let's get the rest of our iron smelting. Oh, I put down my furnace, didn't I? I did. And then I say, let's just start clearing off this area, leveling out this layer, and getting a sense of the room we have to build with, and maybe starting to suss out what kind of build we want to do today. Guys, I messed up. So I clicked my button to record, and then for some reason I clicked it again and completely forgot. So I just recorded probably about an hour, or tried to record about an hour, and then didn't, and so you missed a whole bunch of progress. Luckily we didn't get any building done, so that portion of the video hasn't been missed, but I did a whole bunch of resource collection. And let me jump out of, oh, I always do that. Let me jump out of, oh my God, I keep forgetting that I bound this to a different key. So I grabbed a whole bunch of andesite, a whole bunch of cobble, a whole bunch of clay, some granite, a bunch of deep slate, and some glowberries, and a bunch of moss. All things that I'm planning on incorporating into the build. Now, I luckily have the map mod, so where am I, and where am I setting up? Okay, so here's where, no, that's not it. Here's where the base is gonna be. So I just need to take a right and just go straight. But yeah, I cleared off a little bit of the base. I'll show it all to you guys so that way we can kind of catch up on what you missed, because I decided to press my record button twice in a row and not record anything. So that's awesome. But yeah, I wanted to grab all the resources I was going to need. I still need to get some. I filled up my pockets a little too fast and probably a little bit too much with some, you know, extra stuff. I definitely want to grab some mossy cobble, and I definitely want to grab a little bit more spruce, and maybe head back down into the caves and grab a little bit more clay to be able to work with bricks, because the palette I was kind of thinking about for this build was mossy cobble, andesite, and stone for like the stone foundation part, then spruce for any of the wood elements, and then deep slate, clay, and deep slate bricks and granite for the roofs. So I know that's kind of a lot of different colors going on, and it's definitely a color palette I've never used before. I think that's it. So it's going to be a little bit of an experiment trying to figure it out, but I got to drop all these supplies off anyways. So let's just head back and get all situated. It does mean this is probably, well, I always say this is probably going to be a shorter episode. And then in editing, I realized that it's not going to be a shorter episode. So yeah, that's it. That's our little base location. And we definitely found that before I accidentally didn't record all that. So, oh, you gotta love it. You gotta love it. I bound my record key to two buttons, shift and F1, and I have to hit them together in order to start recording. And I guess I just hit them twice without realizing it, and then accidentally recorded literally 1 second. I went back and I wanted to see where it stopped, and it started, and then there was 1 second of footage, and then it stopped. So that's great. That's awesome. But here, let's just get up here. So I cleared off a bunch of trees here. It actually got me a pretty decent amount of wood, so I don't know how much more spruce wood we need, but here is our supplies chest. Oh, I also found 7 more diamonds, which is pretty cool. We can throw down all of our supplies, and yeah. And then I cleared off this area and lit it up so that way we'd have a sense of what kind of space we're working with. I didn't want to clear too many of the trees off the island because I like the fact that it's sort of heavily wooded. I may even regrow some regular size spruce trees like here, although I was kind of thinking it might be cool to like run a sort of switchback staircase down and maybe make some kind of dock down here. So we'll see how far we get. I'm not going to promise that I do that because I don't know how long the build's going to take. I always say this, but I hope it's not a big build, but I'm not making any promises anymore because I've gotten myself in hot water by being like, it's not going to be a big build and then end up with a huge build. So let's throw down these odds and ends, and let's make another. We have enough diamonds, so let's make another diamond pickaxe, and let's make, and maybe a diamond shovel if we want to head back down and grab some more clay. Let's grab this. Let's get that going. Let's get that going. And then we'll grab as much mossy cobble because I think we've got pretty good stores of everything else. Plenty of andesite, probably enough cobble. We probably could use a little, no, we probably have enough cobble. Definitely need a bunch of mossy cobble. We might be good on clay too. If anything, we might need more granite. This is a lot of clay. I didn't realize how much I grabbed. And in fact, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to make a little furnace bank, and we'll get some of that cooking up. Let's grab some of our coal. Probably use some more coal, actually. And we will get this cooking. Oh, we have some coal in there already. Fantastic. And let's get some clay cooking for some bricks. Great, that's going. That's working away. Oh, and I grabbed a bunch more iron too. So we're fully set on iron, especially if these diamond tools will last us a while. We should be good on iron. So let me go grab a bunch of mossy cobble. I'm tempted to take some off this island, but I kind of want to preserve the like old growth taiga look of this island with all the mossy cobble pockets, so I don't want to mess that up by getting rid of those. And there's just way more than enough like over here to be able to play with. So I really think the only things we need are mossy cobble, maybe a bit more spruce, and maybe a bit more granite, and then also maybe some more coal. But even still, I think we might just be able to cap it off with mossy cobble and spruce, and then just see where those supplies get us. Oh, I left my boat down here. This is fantastic. I'm thriving, by the way, guys. In case you weren't wondering, I'm really rocking it today. I'm having no technical issues. I'm just loving everything. So we're cooking. So all right. Let me grab some mossy cobble. All right, we're back on our little harvesting expedition. I got 5 stacks of mossy cobble. How did I get exactly 5 stacks of mossy cobble? That's crazy. I swear I did not mean to do that. Well, we have exactly 5 stacks of mossy cobble. Pretty sure that's going to be way more than what we need. A few more stacks of spruce. I think that'll do us just nicely. A little bit more coal, a random seed, and yeah, that should, I think, be all the building supplies we need. You know, I've done it. I've done these a few times now. I know I'm a chronic over preparer, and last time I tried not to over prepare, and I did end up having to break partway through to get more supplies, but that's because that build got a little out of hand and just became this monstrous thing, which I'm actually quite pleased with how that build came out. If you haven't watched it, go back and watch the last episode of these commentary and long plays. I built like this castle and it came out awesome, but I kept saying over and over again during the building process, I don't want this to be a big build. I don't want this to be a big build. And then it ended up being a huge build. So we're going to try to exercise some restraint today and not have the build be so gigantic. I'm going to make some barrels, because what's a build without some barrels? Probably, I don't know, let's go with like 12. I don't think I'll use that many, but we got them now. And we can start getting a sense of where the frame is gonna go. Let's just throw down our bed so that way we're ready to sleep when we need to. So this area is pretty, it's not big, but it's got enough space to fit a build, like a pretty decent sized build in it. And I originally was thinking it should be going like this way, like long ways along the area, but the more when I was kind of looking at the way the sun sets and rises, I actually think I'd prefer it to go this way, so that way it catches the light a little better, because that's one thing I haven't always been super conscious of when I've been building, is how the light's gonna hit the builds. And sometimes it doesn't matter if it's kind of like an equilateral build and it's even on all sides, but if you're gonna have a long side of the build that's gonna be kind of like the front of the build, you kind of want to think about how the sun's gonna hit it and how it's gonna be lit up during the day. So I think I want to do it like this way, and I think I want the front of the build to be facing out this way, which means we're gonna group it closer to this back area here. So that's kind of where I'm planning on getting the frame of the build set up. So I did want to attach like a house structure to it. Basically, I'm remembering now all the things that I said while I was not recording and need to reiterate. Basically what I was thinking, and I know I do these in pretty much every one of my commentary long plays, but I was thinking a tower, because the top of this build, or the top of this you know, flat area of this hill island thing, kind of I feel like is calling for some kind of tower. And then I was thinking a tower and like a house structure off of it, I think would look really nice. So let's get a sense. We don't have, thinking probably like here. It's probably good for one of the corners. And then if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that's probably good. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let me just double check that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Perfect. Okay. And then we'll just go over 7 from this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nice. That looks all even and matches up, which is great, and leaves us enough room over here for like a little tower structure coming off of it, which I think would be good to do as a 5x5. So if we're doing that, it's probably going to come out, and if it's sharing a wall, that's going to be 1, 2, 3. Wait, I messed up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So like there. And then we just want to line that up. Perfect. Okay, so that's kind of the base of our structure. I know it's super simple. As always, these look super wonky when we start off because they're just a bunch of barrels piled around each other. But let's get some spruce out. And let's also get... I don't actually really have any real dirt, so I guess we're going to do all our scaffolding with coarse dirt, which really makes no difference, but it's just funny to me because coarse dirt's like an essential building element for me when it comes to decorating, and it's just funny to me to have coarse dirt as scaffolding. So 1, 2, 3 for our beams, and we'll strip that. I think that'll look a lot better. Yeah, I love the look of stripped spruce with barrels. It's just, I mean, I don't know what kind of wood type they meant to match the barrel up with, but I mean, if you look at the two of those, they just go together. It's just perfect. So, all right, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then whoops, I really need to mess with those key bindings because I hit that button way more often than I should. Oops, I forgot my scaffolding. One, two, three. Perfect. Cute little guy. Does the trick. All right. And then for the actual tower itself, this is a little bit of a departure from me, but I was kind of thinking about doing it all out of wood. I think that might look kind of cool. Obviously, this layer is going to be stone as it's kind of the foundation. The second layer I was thinking of doing out of wood. Then the roof was going to be deep slate and bricks. And then the tower was going to be all wood. And then with the deep slate and brick roof on it. So that's sort of what I have in my head as how I want the pallets to play out in this. So let's throw this down. Let's pick up our stone stuff. I definitely don't need 2 diamond pickaxes on me right now. So mossy cobble, andesite. Let's grab 2 mossy cobbles and 2 andesites just in case. And cobble. Perfect. And let's lay out this foundation. Oh, that looks fantastic. I'm quite pleased with that. I love this combination of cobblestone, mossy cobble, and andesite. It just looks like slightly weathered and aged. It kind of has like a little bit more character to it. So that's a really great combination. Now let's get on to the second floor. And I was thinking about having kind of like a little bump out on one of these sides. Maybe right here could be a nice little spot for something like that. So let me get some spruce stuff out. And we'll make some stairs. And we'll make some trapdoors. And maybe right about here. Something like that. Doesn't need to be that wide. I kind of want it that wide though, honestly. I think that's, yeah, I'm into that size. So that's good with me. So now let's get up there and let's start working on our second floor, which I was going to do at a combination of spruce planks and spruce logs. Kind of like our classic combination of oak planks and oak logs, but with spruce basically. So Okay. Is that, I just want to like confirm for a second. Is that all the mossy cobble, and andesite we're going to need? Because, what'd I say about over preparing? It's just a little, I just have a little bit extra. Just a little bit. Several stacks extra. Oh my god. Oh well, we're good. We're good. We're still figuring this out in terms of like how many supplies I'm gonna need every time and what it's gonna look like. So I'm like, I have to laugh at myself a little just because that is a comical amount to be left over. I think I maybe needed a stack of each, maybe. Oh gosh. Okay, let's get up there. All right, so we got the sort of base structure in place in terms of the second floor. So what I was thinking of is a slightly higher pitched roof for the main roof and then a standard roof for this bit that points out. So it's going to kind of have like a dormer situation where the two roof lines like meet up, but they're not going to be like perfectly flush. And there's almost a part of me that wants to stick something on the back here too. I'm sort of playing with the idea. I think I'm going to get this piece in place and see how that feels for the front. And then we'll go from there. And for that piece, I was thinking it might be a good idea to work with some bricks and some granite. So we've got a whole bunch of bricks smelted up. So let's grab all of these out. And while we're at it, let's throw in another set to smelt away. I think we've got just about 4 more stacks, a little less. So let's throw these guys. Oh boy, that's not a full stack. Okay. Then this guy and this guy, and let's combine these and throw that in there. Perfect. We'll throw that down and we'll craft up some bricks. There they are. Bam, and let's grab some granite. And normally I do bricks and smooth polished granite, but I feel like that doesn't really match the vibe of what's going on here. I would prefer to use just the raw granite and the bricks. I think that'll have a little bit more of like a rustic kind of feel. Oh, it's raining. That's great. So I think I'm gonna go with that instead. So let's, I've kind of built this staircase in a bad spot, or I didn't build it in a bad spot, but I just forgot that as soon as I put the walls up on the second floor, I wasn't going to be able to get up there. So let's throw that up in here. And we can get up to our second floor. No worries. And then let's get this in place here. So we've got that in place. Ooh, I love that. I think that looks so good in contrast with everything else. I think Yeah, I am into that. I almost wonder if I should go one higher with it though. Like, what if I bump this all up by one? So like that. Will that have a little bit more of an impact? Yeah, I think that makes a little bit more sense. I like that a lot more. So we'll stick with that. And then let's get, I know I just put all the, oh no, I didn't. I got them still. Let's get the roof shape for this in place. And I was thinking something a little taller than normal. So probably like, you know what? Let's get some stairs out actually, and let's shape it out with a frame, and then we can fill it in. That's definitely easier than what I was about to do. Let's throw this down. Throw all this down actually, and let's grab out the deep slate because that's what we're gonna do the trim out of. Oh, and you know what we definitely need to invest in, and I don't have the resources for it right now. Let's grab out some cobble and let's just toss that out and toss this in and smelt that up. I know that was kind of a waste of coal, but I need some smooth stone for a stone cutter. I cannot survive without a stone cutter. It is essential to my building. But I was thinking on this bit, I would put trapdoors along these sides to sort of frame it up. I think that would look really cute. I love this combination. I always forget that spruce has like a warmer, almost like orangey reddish tone to it. So it can definitely work with like bricks and other sort of reddish colors. So that's something I got to keep in mind for future builds. All right, let's grab this out and let's get our stone cutter cooking. Really don't need any more of that. Let's see, can we pop some clay in there and use up the rest of that? Oh, it's a thunderstorm. That's the second thunderstorm in this world so far. I don't know why I feel the need to just immediately sleep whenever there's a thunderstorm, especially in a peaceful world. Like, nothing's gonna happen. It's it's peaceful. There's no mobs. I don't need to worry about that. Okay, where did I put that stone cutter? Oh, I have it in my inventory. This work area is getting a little crazy. Okay, yes. And I'm thinking bricks, and I'm thinking all bricks. I don't think I'm gonna like mess with textures on the trim. I think I'm just gonna go all bricks across the board. So just so we kind of get a sense of how this is going to line up, because this is going to be a little funky. Maybe, I don't know. I like that that's a little taller, but maybe I need to bring the second floor up one more too. Otherwise, the like roof lines aren't going to match up right, because I'm going to have to put a stair here. And that's going to conflict with like the stair coming off of here. Does that make any sense? Like here, let me show you. So if I put a stair here and start building a roof line out off of that, then when I want to put a stair here to do the roof line of this, they're going to conflict with each other. Is that like offensive? That is offensive to me. I'm not okay with that. So let's I think the most elegant solution is to just bring this whole floor up by one. So let me grab the resources for that. Okay, so I brought the whole second floor up by one. I'm actually kind of digging the way that looks. I know it's like a little funky. I mean, I don't know. Let me know in the comments how you build your houses, like second floor versus first floor. I feel like most people normally just do each floor the same height, but this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is a little bit taller, and it's going to be even taller because we're going to put a pretty steeply pitched roof. So I'm just curious like how that's all gonna work out like proportion wise, but I'm kind of into it and I'm very curious to see how it's gonna play out. I'm gonna lay out the roof trim sort of framework here, and I'm just gonna quickly do it on this side because we already have it pretty much set up to just go on. So let's get this set up. And then for these sides, I kind of got to do them both at the same time to like fully understand what's going on. So let me throw, whoops, not what I meant to do. Let me throw this in place, that in place, and that there. Okay, great. And so now let's just take a look at how that looks already. So if we go up by, well, no, let's do one more stair and upside down stair. Because I kind of want this to like slowly slope up into a pitched roof. So these sort of first stairs in place are going to be kind of the gentle arc that get us there. And now that we've got that like gentle arc, we can kind of work our way up more. So now we'll get that in place. We'll get that in place. And then we'll do another stair. Upside down stair. And then we'll do maybe 2 this time. Stair. And then I think this is our middle line. I'm going to do the other side so that way I know these are meeting up correctly. Now, how does that look? Oh, that's pretty much exactly what I had in mind. That is pretty much it. The only edit I might do is I might replace this with a slab because I don't know if it needs that like last little bit of height. I think that kind of sends it a little too far. So let me knock that out. And we'll get back down and grab some slabs. And we'll just sort of edit that bit down. How we feeling? Oh, that totally did it. Yep. Oh, that's going to look so good. Oh, I cannot wait for this to all come together. That's going to look so good. And I think the solution for this side isn't even adding anything else to this wall, but just giving a dormer on the roof here, and then maybe doing like an overhang or just kind of getting a little bit more fancier with the details on this side once we get there. So, okay, let's get the rest of this frame in place. Ooh, I love it. Oh, that looks so cool. Yes, that's gonna look great once I fill that in and I get this dormer in. I'm realizing now that I didn't need to go so fully complete on this side, because there's gonna be the tower which is gonna go above it, and the tower is definitely gonna have to be pretty tall if we're gonna be above that roof line. So that is something to keep in mind. We might need to go get more spruce wood if we're doing it entirely out of spruce. I was almost thinking it might be kind of cool to do some of it out of stone, like a stone base, maybe up to the where the foundation cuts off here, and then which is like a little wider, and then spruce as like the structure itself. So okay, cool. So I think just to kind of know where everything's gonna land, it might be worth actually doing the tower now, because I always try to do those before I put roofs in, especially because I'm in that situation that I try to avoid right now, where I put parts of the roof in that I end up having to take out because I'm gonna put the tower there. So I'm gonna get some stuff going for the tower. I think, like I said, I'm gonna do a stone base with this palette, and then I'm gonna move on to a spruce palette, but I think I'm just gonna do stripped spruce beams along the, like, going up like that, and then stripped spruce beams horizontally in between. I think that's what's gonna be the palette for the tower. So hopefully we have enough spruce. I think we do, and I'm not too worried because we've used most of what we're going, or we put in most of the spruce that we're going to need for the build, excluding like accents and everything. So I think we're looking pretty good for our spruce supply. I might need to do like a little adventure and see if I can find like another wood type, because you know what would look really good with this palette is some dark oak. If I could do accents at a dark oak, that would look really good, but I'm not going to drive myself crazy about it. I think for right now I'm just going to stick with like the spruce elements, and if we get to the point where we're detailing and things are blending in too much or something, we can do a little adventure and see what else we can find. But I'm going to get the tower cooking now. All right, so I got pretty high up on the tower. I did mislead you all, though, or not mislead you. I did kind of switch opinions partway through building the tower, in that I decided to just go all stone with it as opposed to doing the spruce wood situation. And I actually think that was a good call, because that would have been a lot of spruce texture, in addition to the fact that like the second floor of the build is spruce too. It's just, it would have been, I think, a little bit too much. So to have the tower with some spruce elements, but mostly made out of stone, I think makes a lot more sense. So I'm definitely down for that. I think it's at a good height too. I want to throw some kind of, I don't know, if I wanted to throw some kind of like tower top on it, but I don't know if that's going to be too much at this point. I think it could work. I think honestly at this point we need to get the roof in place, because without the roof the build doesn't really feel completely full. It's like missing a good portion of its, you know, like height. So I'm gonna get the roof in place, which I think is gonna make a difference in terms of it, how it's going to look in comparison to the tower. And then I think once we have that in place, we'll have a better sense of what we can do with the top of the tower. But now we know the height that we can do on the tower, and either we just throw a roof on it or we put like a cool little topper on it. I don't know. I'm still kind of on the fence for either one, and I'm totally fine for either one too. It's just I think we just need to see what lends itself more towards the build. So I think this is the point at which we're going to start introducing the bricks and granite. I think that was the texture that we wanted to go for on the roof. Did we have more bricks? What is going on here? Why is there clay balls here and a single piece of stone here? Somebody explain that to me, because I took a little break from recording. Oh, you know what I think this is from? I think this is from when I made the stone cutter. Yeah, that makes a little bit more sense. Okay, that was so confusing. I had no idea how that possibly could have happened. Okay, let's grab out our bricks and let's make a few more brick blocks. And I think, I mean, we are going to need some blocks. But let's maybe convert this down to stairs. And then let's do the same with the granite and convert that like half stack down the stairs. And I don't even think I'm going to mess around with polished granite. I think I'm just going to do raw granite and bricks. I think that's a good combination. I don't think there's a lot of textures and texturing going on in the build already, in terms of like the base having texture and the top floor having texture. So I think just doing bricks and raw granite is a good combination. So let me start getting this in place. All right, this is a very preliminary view, but ooh, interesting. Ooh, I like it. I may need to change the texture out on this though, because that's like too much bricks and granite. I'm almost wondering if this needs to be something like diorite or terracotta or something, just because if we do that like from far away, it just becomes like this one big block. Even with that separation here, it blends in a little bit too much and it carries the color over. So we're definitely going to change that out. I liked it when there was nothing else, or when there wasn't the brick roof in place, and I think the brick roof is the way to go, as opposed to having this be brick. So yeah, I obviously haven't done the other side yet. I just wanted to get a sense of what the height of the roof is going to be like. And I think because this build is a little taller, I think there is a world in which we could put a tower top. But I also am kind of in the camp, just thinking about it and like looking at it, that all it really needs is a roof. I don't think it needs like a whole nother floor up there. I think just because the whole build is pretty high, to put like a 4-high structure on top of this, it's just gonna send it way too high. And if we make it any shorter, it's gonna intersect with the roof. So I think the move is just to put a roof on this right where it's at, not go any taller with it, and it'll be all good. So awesome. All right, I'm gonna finish the roof. I think we like briefly discussed putting a dormer on this side too. I'm like less feeling the need for that the more I like look at it, but I don't know. We'll see what, like, how the build informs us as we go. But I got to get some slabs to put in here. I got to get some slabs to put along the top. And then we need to think about a new material for this sort of bump out here. All right, roof is in place. Let's take a look at it. Yeah, that's such a cool color palette. Oh my gosh, I really like it. When we change this out and when we put a brick roof on top of this, it's gonna look so cool. I love it so much. Okay, cool. So now we gotta brainstorm, like, what are we gonna put here? You know, diorite would look good. I think the white against the sort of warmer tones of this color palette would look good. We could just do stone, you know, that might be a little bit much stone though. You know, I don't want to overdo the like I think we'd run into the same problem we're having here where one color is sort of dominating it. I mean, there is moss. I'm like, I know it's weird. I know it's such a silly thing to get like concerned over, but the damage capacity or how easily moss breaks makes me kind of hesitant to use it as a building material in general. I know this is like a peaceful world and the creeper's not going to come by, but even just like being in the build, like accidentally like punching the wall at some point, I would be afraid that like I would blow out the wall by accidentally doing that. So I'm gonna probably say no to moss, but you know, I'm leaning more towards diorite, honestly, as a building material. But maybe this is the point at which we should do our little adventure, because I know I was talking about doing an adventure for some dark oak, and that would be really nice to be able to introduce to the build. It would kind of, I don't know, it would be an interesting mix of doing dark oak here and then doing dark oak accents. I think that might be a little bit much. I mean, even some oak wood would look good. And I think because I'm so indecisive and I don't know exactly what I want, I should probably see what's available, what I can get to, what I can harvest enough of, and get a sense of what's a good option for that. So I can't remember. I thought I made a second pick. I've got an axe. I've got a shovel. And like we do have a ton. Oh, I thought we had a ton more clay too. Because like the other option that would be pretty easily accessible is terracotta. That could look pretty cool. I wonder if we could like dye it like a cool color, like maybe like green, although we'd have to find cactus for that. Or maybe like, I don't know, blue, yellow. I don't know. Regardless, to change that out and to basically continue the build, we need to do a little adventure and see what else we can find. This old growth taiga has provided us with quite a lot to get this build started, but I think we need to incorporate some materials that are not native to this area. So let me double check. Did I put my boat away or is it still down there? I've got my boat, and we'll go out on a little adventure and we'll see what else is out there. I will say one thing that I have to recommend at this point, and I know it sometimes seems like a negative for me. Oh, I need my bed. It sometimes seems like a negative for me, but I never really get to do these recordings all in one session. I mean, sometimes these recordings can go on for like 4 to 6 hours. You know, I'll have 3 2-hour segments to edit down into my final videos. So I rarely get a chance to do all the, actually I've never gotten a chance to do all that in one go. So I always end up getting builds started, getting projects started, and then needing to step away from them and, you know, go to work or, you know, eat dinner or something. And I have to take frequent breaks from these projects. And while that sometimes can be a little annoying in terms of keeping track of what you're doing, it sometimes is like a benefit because you get to sort of refresh and get like a better sense of what you actually want. Okay, here, wait. I'm just gonna kind of map mod this a little bit. That's a really cool spot. It's like, it looks like it's like a hill with like a flower forest in it. I think this is all taiga. Yeah, that's all taiga. This is forest, so we could get some oak pretty easily that way. Why don't we head up around here? So that's just going to be like going straight and then taking a right and kind of see what else is up here, and we can kind of suss out what's a good option. So wait, I already forgot. Yeah, I gotta go like this way. But back to what I was saying is that taking a break from a build, if you're ever like really stuck or not sure what to do, or you've just gotten tired of a project and you're not like you don't know how to continue, I do think it is sometimes worth it to take a break and step away for a little bit and not even play. You know, I think it's good to have multiple projects in the works at all times, but I also think sometimes you like literally need to close the game, go for a walk, you know, do something else, watch a movie, and then come back an hour, a few hours, a day later, and you will have such fresh eyes to really get a sense of what you want and what feels right for the project, you know. And you'll be surprised by how much that like opens up your mind to like new possibilities. All right, I gotta go this way. Ooh, ruined nether portal. Don't mind if I do. That's a weird one. Oh, because it's like I thought it was only like like 4x4, and I was like, I've never seen it like that. Doesn't even work as a nether portal. But silk touch, that actually could come in handy. Iron nuggets I'll take, and I think that's everything in there that could be helpful. Jeez, my god. All right, let's keep going. Hey, a village. Little riverside village here. Pick up my boat and let's check this place out. What's going on in here? Whoa, 2 doors. Nothing. Don't think you need 2 doors, buddy. That seems like a little overkill. Maybe these guys got some hay bales I can steal. This is kind of a strange village, not gonna lie. Again, with these 2 doors. Is this 2nd floor on this though? What's going on up here? Ooh, a purple bed. That's cool. I don't need food. I am somehow never hungry, so that is not helpful for me. I think I'm good. I don't really think there's anything in this village that is useful to me, so I will leave you guys unscathed. Okay, so looking at the map mod, haven't traveled super far. I think if we keep going up this way, I mean, that's a pillager tower for sure. I have never seen this much taiga. I mean, it is just expansive how much taiga there is. It's huge, and that's great for having spruce for sure, but it is a little challenging for finding different resources. I definitely think one thing that sort of popped into my head as a possibility. Oh, I am going the right direction, right? I think so. One thing that sort of popped into my head as a possibility is sandstone. I think sandstone could look really cool in that spot, but I just want to give it definitely just to find dark oak for details would be really cool. Okay, I think I may have gone in the wrong direction. Yes, I think I definitely did. Yes. Let's head back and let's go in the right direction this time. Is that another old growth taiga? Oh my god, it is. My God, this is a spruce lover's dream world. It really is. I mean, it's my dream world because I absolutely love spruce, and you literally could never, you could clear cut all these forests down and you would never use all that spruce in an entire Minecraft world's life, you know? So it's good to know. I don't know how this would ever help me in any other worlds, but I think we're reaching the end of this river. I might jump out and start heading out on foot just because I kind of want to see what else is out there. And I think these rivers are just going to keep connecting to more taiga. So I think it might be worth heading off on foot for a little bit. Another ruined nether portal. That kind of freaked me out because of all the crying obsidian. It's so purple. What do we got here? Listening melon. I mean, I'll take just for the novelty. Efficiency and fortune. I don't need those tools. I have no idea why I'm taking them. Ooh, aqua affinity. Toss that on. Why not? Ooh, another village. Do you guys have hay bales I can steal? Do you have hay bales? Can I pillage your food supply and steal all your hay bales? You seriously not have any hay bales? I don't think they have any hay bales. That is so disappointing. What is the point of this village? What do you provide besides safety to the villager population? Oh, wait, what's this? Oh, it's just some pumpkins. Lame. All right, what are we looking at here? Is this a huge ocean? I'll give it a college try to cross this. I don't want to spend too long on this adventure, but you know, sometimes you have like really dramatic biome changes when you cross oceans. You'll go from like plains to jungle, or you'll hit like a badlands or something. So I'm gonna give it a try, see where this leads me, and yeah, we'll go from there. I think it's just a tiny island with a single tree on it. That would be a fun challenge. Just like spawn on an island, one tree, and you just have to survive, you know? It's kind of like a one block or a sky block challenge, but not as defeating, you know? You can't like, you're not gonna like fall off of it. Oh my God. Oh my God. More old growth taiga. I'm almost over it at this. Oh my God. It's everywhere. I don't know. Do we take the L? Do we just do sandstone? Like, will that look good? There's a nice bit of sand right here that we could just like pillage and be good to go on. So I might do that. I might just take down this sand, and maybe what I'll do is I'll take down this sand, head back home, go into one of the lush caves, grab a bunch of clay, and smelt up some terracotta, and we'll see which works best. Ooh, you know what I just realized might look good, actually? If I do terracotta and I stain it red terracotta could look really cool in that spot. So, all right, let's grab some sand, and we'll try both, and we'll see which one sort of gets us there. I'm also going to pick up a little bit of oak, just so that way we have lots of options. And at the very least, we could use oak to do some details like oak fences and whatnot. I think those would be a nice contrast to the spruce palette that we've got going on. So I'm gonna pick up maybe like 2 stacks or so of oak, just so that way we've plenty and we can play with it however we want. Huh. That's a birch forest, which sometimes connects to dark oak forest, don't they? So I'm gonna indulge my desire to explore, and I'm going to check in that direction if that possibly connects to a dark oak forest. Oh, yes, dark oak. Oh, that's the best thing. Oh, I'm so happy about that. Yeah. Oh, that's great. Okay, let's get as much of this as we can. And yeah, this isn't going to be a huge building element, you know. I really do think this is going to be mostly details. So I'm not too worried about having like too much of this. So well, probably, I mean, this axe is about halfway through. I don't think we're even gonna kill the axe doing this, but definitely gonna grab 2 stacks, maybe 3, just to be sure. I have been having so many thunderstorms in Minecraft lately. I don't know if there was like an update to make them more frequent or something, but I swear I did a video last week that had 2 thunderstorms in like 3 days in it. I feel like I get them all the time in my forever world, and I think that was the 2nd thunderstorm of the video. I don't know, I'll have to look back and see. That might have been the first, but I just feel like I get thunderstorms all the time lately, and it's a bit much. It's a lot. Okay, so we've got some dark oak, which is awesome. We've got some sand, which is great. We have some oak, which is really good. I grabbed some poppies to dye some terracotta, possibly some red terracotta. I don't remember how dyeing terracotta works though, if like 1 bit of dye will get you multiple blocks. So I'll keep my eye out for some more poppies on the way home. I think I'm going in the right direction. Not really. Okay, so I just want to take a left and right. That's a left. Yeah, I'm so bad with directions. Okay, so this way. Then I can like run down and hit the water and then be good to go. And I can go through this like flower area and maybe there'll be more poppies around. A lot of dandelions. Oh, I think I see some rose bushes over there. Yeah, that's perfect. That's exactly what we need. There we are. Oh, that's looking good. That's looking fresh. Yeah, we got to change out that color palette on that front bit, though. That's not working for me. So happy we did this little adventure. So happy we found the dark oak. That was a huge get for sure. Gonna stash away this stuff. Head back up there. Definitely, I think something we've got to do for this build is put in a better way to get up, because awkwardly climbing up this hill has been sort of a challenge every time. All right, so let's stash the dark oak, the sand, and the oak. And then let's toss everything else in here. Apple, the odd apple. And then let's just do one last dive into the lush cave to get some clay, so that way we'll have oak, sandstone, or terracotta as possible options for replacing this. I think any of those three would look good, and so we'll have our pick as to which one looks the best, and we can go from there. Okay, so I got some clay and I'm smelting that up right now. It's obviously going to take a little while. We probably don't need a lot. I mean, that area is, what is it? Like 5 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So like 25, maybe like 30. So like half a stack of each, which is fine. I think while I'm waiting, I'm just going to quickly put up the rest of the walls on the house, because the wall to the, like, where the, God, I can't think right now, I don't know why, this wall section right here, I'm gonna fill that in. I'm sorry I struggled so much to say that, I don't know why. So let's get up there and let's fill that in really quick. Beautiful. All right, so we got that all filled in, and let me just take one more look at the build, because I keep taking breaks and I keep on like forgetting what I'm doing. All right, this is looking so fresh. I love this so much. It's got such a funky shape, and I cannot wait to fill that in with a different texture. Let's see where we're at with these. Okay, we got 19 and 19. I'm gonna take some out. There we go. That's 40 even. And then let's do some dyeing. Make some red dye. How much does that make? Okay, so that makes 1, 2, 3. Okay, I don't want to do more than that. I think I just blew a lot of that on red, and I don't even know if I'm going to use that much. Okay, so there's terracotta, which is very similar to the color that's already there. It might be a little too similar to make that work. I wanted to definitely have a bit of a contrast with the roof. There's red, which I do like. I think that's definitely better than the regular terracotta. And then where are we at? We got some sandstone and some oak. Let's do a little bit of where am I? Here I am. And let's just get a few planks going. And I do think if I use the sandstone, I would get it down to the smooth sandstone, but oak, which is just kind of classic with this color palette, with like the spruce and the stone and everything. And then there's the sandstone. So I don't know. Honestly, you know which one's standing out to me the most is the sandstone. I think that might be the way to go because I want it to be like a pop, you know? It felt like such a pop when it was this color before I put the roof in. So now I feel like in order to do a pop of color, I need to like really switch it up and do something totally different. So, all right. Well, it was well worth going into the caves and getting that terracotta or the clay for the terracotta. So let me knock these things out. And knowing that we're going to go with the sandstone, I think I'm just going to get smelting on some of that. The one thing I noticed is I am very low on coal. So I'm going to try to actually catch these before they finish. Oh, wait, no, I did the wrong thing there. Catch these before they finish smelting. And I'm going to toss that sandstone in there. And then I'm going to craft up some more sandstone. Don't think I need a lot, but I'm just going to try to be careful and make sure I have enough. And this guy. And then I still have some regular sandstone, right? Or do I not? Yeah, I just have some regular sand, so I can craft up a bit more sandstone. And this is probably going to be way more than enough. In fact, I know this is going to be way more than enough, but good to have it. Good to have it. All right, that's awesome. We've got the side there done. We're going to replace this. I think now we need to think about something for the top of the tower. And I definitely wanted to do bricks and granite again for the top of the tower. Let me throw all this down because I've got just like an odd collection of all kinds of bits and bobs. These chests are getting a little out of... Where did the tropical fish come from? What is that? Why do I have a tropical fish? When have I been any... Oh, maybe it's in the lush caves. Yeah, I think tropical fish spawn in the lush caves. That makes no sense. That makes absolutely no sense. Okay. And the boat. It's bothering me that that's in my inventory. Why? I also have 2 golden pickaxes. So unnecessary. Oh my god. Okay, where's my... Okay, that's my deep slate. I think... I might want to craft up a little bit more deep slate stuff. Probably just like slabs and stairs. Let's get a little more of this cooking. Let's get a little bit more of this cooking. That should be plenty. I'm just doing it as the trim around the top of the tower. I don't know why I did that. I'm just so instinctually trained to break my bed as soon as I get up because I'm usually running around my base and I don't want to just like leave it somewhere. But I'm like, why do I feel the need to do that? All right, let's get up there. Might have to do a little more odd scaffolding. Yeah, that only got us most of the way, but not all the way there. Okay, so let's get... Actually, I'm going to get rid of that. Let's get a trim in place. And... trying to think about a good way to do this. I almost wonder if, like... Upside down stair. Upside down stair. And do that on all four corners. And then maybe we double down. Get that in the middle as well. How's that looking so far? Okay, cute into it for sure. And then probably I always do this and then end up taking it back because I don't like it, but I've got to try it just to know that I don't like it, to have the slabs on the same level as the stairs. Like, it looks good. It sometimes starts looking a little wonky after you put the rest of the roof in place, but you know what I'm going to do? I think I'm going to be like a little bit more medieval about it. Something like that. Okay, all right. I think we're getting somewhere. That looks pretty good. Yeah, I think it just needs the actual roof structure in now. Which, of course, I didn't bring any granite or bricks with me, because I really thought this one through. I am going to need more bricks and more granite. I didn't realize how little I had. I thought I had way more than that still. I don't know where it all went. I mean, obviously I made a roof out of it, but I could have sworn I had a decent supply of granite at the very least. And I mean, unless I'm not seeing it in here, comment down below if you're seeing it and I'm not. And I don't think there's any in here either. So we definitely need some more granite and some more bricks. I think I can smelt up a few more clay balls. And why don't I just like go ahead and turn, because I'm not going to use any of the terracotta, make this, like break these down into clay balls. So let's just go up with this guy. Oh boy. Oh boy. We are getting pretty high up here. Oh god. Oh my god. Okay. This is very nerve-wracking for me. All right, one more little adventure to get some granite. I think we've got enough clay. Also coal. I need granite and coal. Those are the two things I need. I'll definitely pick up some more clay, I think, just to be sure we have enough. But I mean, whoa, not what I meant to do. But I mean, we've got the beginnings of the roof. I think that is such a cool color palette. I love it so much. I want this roof to be pretty steep, though, to kind of match how steep this roof is. So this is going to be, I mean, not a huge roof, but it's going to be decent sized. So we've got to get a little bit of each. I know I over prepare, but like 2 stacks maybe of granite, a bunch of coal, and maybe some more clay just to be sure. Whoa, a mob spawner. What is it? Zombies? What do we got? Piercing. I mean, I'll take the bones. I really need the gunpowder. Take the disc. Cool. What's in here? Oh, some coal. That's great. I think that's the first time anybody's ever found coal in a loot chest and been like excited about it. And a name tag. Cool. I'm literally skipping over the iron because I feel like I have plenty of that, and there's so much around here. It's not even something that I've got to worry about, but I'm having a heck of a time trying to find coal. I don't know why. I mean, one of the reasons why is because it's not one of the ores that glows with the complementary texture pack. So, or not texture pack, the complementary shaders. So it's a little harder to find than all the other ores that glow. So I'm keeping my eyes peeled. I'm trying to, oh, there's a little up there. I'm trying to stick to the walls of this lush cave where there's like stone. Okay, let's pick this up. So I picked up about a stack and a quarter of coal, a little bit more clay, and a bunch more granite. So we should be good. I really hope I don't need to go back down. I also like, okay, so this might sound really weird and I might just be paranoid, but while I was down there, there was one point where I was kind of walking around and I swear to God, I saw something in the corner of my eye and I looked over towards it and there was nothing there, but I'm like a little nervous to review my footage and see, because I really don't want to see anything there. I know I'm such a wimp and it's like there's definitely nothing there, but I got a little spooked just from being down there and kind of like going in my head like I'm alone in this world, I'm alone in this world, and then seeing something and being like, oh wait, maybe I'm not alone in this world. It got a little spooky, I won't lie. Okay, let's throw all this down, and the coal and the clay balls. This chest situation is getting a little out of hand. Craft up some bricks. Grab the granite. Oh, we can put down the boat. Definitely let me know in the comments if you saw something too. I'm gonna definitely leave the part in that I felt like I saw something. So if anybody else sees anything, I will probably freak out. But it was, I got a little spooked. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. But I pushed through. All right, let's grab more bricks and the brick stairs and the granite stairs and slabs. Okay, that should be enough. I don't know. We'll see how far that gets us. All right, we got a lot of it in. How's this looking? Oh, this is looking good. Yeah, yep. I'm good with that height and shape. I think we just need to bring it up like a little bit more and sort of finish it off. I don't want it to go too much higher though. Like I really think I might just like throw down like one more block of each type. So something like this, and then stairs on top of these. And then just a little something for the top. Oh, that's perfect. Yep. No, that's great. That's good height. It's got a good shape. Wow, I really nailed that one. I feel like I did that in one. I don't think I had to mess around with that at all. So, oh, that looks so good. Oh, I'm so into it. Okay, cool. All right, now we just need to get down from here. I think I can do it. And we're good. Okay. Cool. That was a little scary. I think I can get rid of this scaffolding too. If I need to get back up there, I don't need to like keep going back up here. So if I need to go back up here for like one little thing or two, it'll be easy to just sort of pillar up and bring whatever I'm gonna need. So cool. I think I can get rid of all this actually, because I'm done on the roof. I'm done on the tower. Yeah, I think we're good. We can knock all this down now. All right, we can throw down these guys and pick up our smooth sandstone and our sandstone. And then let's do the edit here. So we're gonna just knock this whole thing out. Let's knock out this pillar here. Oh, I can already tell that looks so much better. Yes. Yup. There we go. That's it. It does make me think we need a unifying element of sandstone somewhere else in the build. And that might be like the dormer here, or maybe some sort of structure coming off of the back that's out of sandstone. But I'm into it. It's got exactly the pop that I was going for. Oh, that looks so good from far away. That window, I think, could be one higher, too. I don't think that needs to just be a too high window like I normally do. Yeah, it definitely doesn't, because I think I made this floor taller, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, actually, no, I didn't. I don't know why that looks so short on there. I'll probably make it 3 high and just kind of mess around with the interior when we get there, which we are closing in on too. I think that was pretty much, I think that's pretty much the entire exterior structure, if I'm not wrong. So, all right, well, let's get some stuff together. Let me throw this stuff down and that random piece of dirt. And what do we want to do for the interior? You know, I'm tempted to actually do oak in here because there's a lot of spruce going on inside this build. So I'm worried if I do spruce floors and spruce ceilings and everything, it's going to be a bit much. Did I not cap off a part of that? Why is there so much light coming through here? No, it must just be like a lighting bug. So yeah, so let's do oak for the interior. I think that'll look good. And you know what we can do too is we can punch out a hole or a door for our tower. Perfect. Ooh, kind of spooky. Looking up there. I'm spooked. I'm spooked now. I'm not like sure I saw something in that cave, but I felt like I did, and so that's like got me on edge. I think I'm fine. I mean, worst comes to worst, I'm just in a Minecraft world with some sort of entity in it, and that's not a great thought, but I can always just delete the world, right? So yeah, let's just act like nothing happened and there is nothing out there. Let's grab this stuff. Let's grab this guy and that guy and that guy for good measure, and maybe one more of these too. And we can convert all this oak into planks and then convert a bunch of it into slabs. Probably plenty. And let's get some floors in place. Let's get this place feeling good. I think we can finally take down whatever this is that I was doing. All right, so we got a staircase in the tower, which feels great. I love doing that with towers attached to builds because A, it saves room on the inside of the build. You don't have to commit like a whole wall to a staircase. And granted, I mean, this is this huge additional part of the structure that's, you know, basically acting as just a staircase. But I don't know. I just, style-wise, I think it looks better. And I just like doing it. So we've got our staircase tower situation. And then we've got everything laid out on the inside here. We've got our ceiling. We got our floor. I haven't put a ceiling in on the top floor yet because I'm not 100% sure how I want this to shake out. You know, there is a part of me kind of trying to brainstorm, you know, what I want to do with adding a little bit of sandstone to the build. That there's a little part of me that thinks there's like a world where maybe there's, I know it sounds crazy, but like another maybe smaller tower sticking off of the build, like maybe on this side or coming out of the back or something that's made out of sandstone. I don't know, you know, I think there's something that can be done. I even sort of toyed with the idea of like flattening off the top and creating kind of like an observation deck or something. I don't know how to do that though, you know, like I could try some stuff and see how it comes out, and I might just go ahead and do that just for the sake of experimenting. I think it would be cool to have something where you can go all the way to the top of this tower and it's actually going to lead you somewhere, as opposed to just having a tower that goes up to nothing, you know? Where does this line up? Like, if I were to put a door right here, that's a pretty good lineup, actually, I think. Yeah, I think that's just one higher, which is fine. I don't know. I don't know. All right, well, let me get a piece of cobble for that doorway because it's going to bug me if I don't have that in there. And then, yeah, I guess I'll just try some stuff. I mean, I'm down for kind of adding a little bit more to the structure. Not that I don't think it's like, it's pretty much doing the job, but I just feel like it's kind of like something here. I feel like it's missing something here. And again, I don't know if that's just like a walkway and another small tower coming off of just the roof, and we do that out of sandstone, and then that kind of unites the sandstone elements. That could be it. Like, it could be really simple. Well, I love when I say that too. It could be really simple, and then it ends up being like massively overcomplicated, and I end up like in super hot water because of it. All right, let's throw this stuff down. And let's grab that torch back out. And then let's go up to the roof and let's check out, let's like kind of scope out what we're looking at here. So I think it's like the block literally right below where the roof line meets up, which is where I put the, yeah. So it's like, I think it's this one, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's that one. So if we knock this out, oh, that's so perfect. Wow. How perfect that is, like, makes me feel like there needs to be something up here. Okay. And then, you know, is it just like a little 3x3 tower that just kind of comes off of here, like right here, kind of? Let me get some sandstone. So, like, let's take a look at this one more time. So this is 3 wide. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's 3 wide. So if we were to do this, we'd have to dig all the way into where this roof is meeting up here. Are we okay with that? Does that feel good to us? I'm kind of partial to doing it like 1 block in too, like having this be where it lines up. And let's just, like, just for argument's sake, I feel like I'm just not gonna know until I throw the whole thing in there. It does kind of balance out the sandstone elements to have that like bit there. All right, I'm just gonna send it. I mean, worst comes to worst, we just have to undo it, you know. Ooh. Ooh, yes. Yep. Nope. I think that's gonna look really good when I get that all in place. Okay, cool. All right, I'm just gonna fully send it now because I really like the way that looks. Oh yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, we're definitely cooking here. I think I don't really want to go much higher than that because I don't want it to be like in direct competition with this tower. I think maybe one more block all the way around. And then just like one block in the middle. And that's like where we set up our roof off of. Yeah. Yup. I want this block to be regular sandstone too. That's this block, I think. That's better. Yep. Cool. Okay. All right, so let's get a roof going on this bad boy. And let's also, like, we got to rethink this area because this is no longer going to be the top of the roof. This is going to be like a walkway. Or is it? Does it need to be? Do we need a walkway there? I kind of like the idea of a walkway there. Yeah, I like the idea of a walkway there, but I think I know how to do it so it won't be like too off kilter. Ooh, okay. All right. Okay. It's like almost there. I almost wonder if I should just, instead of doing too high on these trapdoors, just do bricks and granite here instead. And that will kind of make that transition a little less jarring because it's like this big block of spruce up there. So let me grab some bricks and some granite. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Ooh. This is getting a little funky. This is getting a little strange. I'm like into it though. I think it's really cool. Like, okay, let's get back up there. Oh geez. Oh gosh. How do I get down from here without dying? We're just gonna have to, or maybe we just go back up actually. Oh, I went up on the wrong side. Okay. And now if we get some fences in here. How does that look? Ooh. Ooh. I'm into it. I like it. I think it's really funky. It balances out the sandstone elements, and it's kind of what I was trying to go for with having this like catwalk along the top of the build where you could get like this really good view. It gives the tower a little bit more purpose. I don't really think anything much can really happen inside this structure. You know, we can definitely like punch out a window or two on it just to give it like a little bit more shape than just like this solid block. But I think we're really cooking here. This looks really, really good. Excuse me. Okay, so let me get some roof stuff for that tower. Okay, so kind of looking at the shape of this, I think I do need to go one more higher, which of course I put down all the sandstone and everything. I also had to pillar up here with barrels because I put down my dirt. So I'm just like a little all over the place. I think this idea sort of like spun my mind out, and now I'm not really able to like focus on anything. I also forgot to take my ADHD meds today, so I'm a little all over the place. Okay, smooth sandstone. And let's just craft up a little bit more regular sandstone. And that should be good. And let's actually, like, you know what might be a good idea, guys? Bringing up some dirt, you know, so that way we don't have to pillar with barrels. How's that look? Okay, I think that's gonna look good once we get a little tower, like a little roof on it. Yeah, and it doesn't need to be super tall. It just needs to balance out the sort of depth of this trim. Yeah, because it looks a little funky right now with nothing on top. It kind of looks like it's got like a funny hairdo or something. And yeah, so I'm going to grab a little more deep slate stuff. Oh, yeah. Yup. There we go. There it is. And we did it. We did it. Oh my god, that looks so good. I think there's a world where like maybe some spruce trapdoors could run right here to kind of break up that transition a little bit. But otherwise, I mean, that does it. Like that totally sends the vibe of this place. It's so cool. It's so funky. I love it. I love it. Okay, let's get back down there. Maybe grab some spruce trapdoors and put those trims in place. Okay, trims in place, weird dirt staircase taken out. I think this is looking so freaking good. I love it so much. And once we punch out like a window on here, some windows along the tower, and some more windows around the build, I think it's going to look really good. We're going to have a lot of depth, a lot of texture. You know, there's so much going on for this build. And I love the story it's kind of telling, which is like, I don't know. There's a part of me that kind of thinks it's like the watcher of the woods lives on this little island, and they take care of this like massive expansive forest that grows around them, and they have this like kind of unconventional odd house that like almost feels a little spooky. Like it feels like this could be haunted, you know? So I am so into this. I think it is feeling so fresh. I mean, let's start punching out some windows, right? Like, might as well. Let's take a window out here. Let's take let's see. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we could do one here and one there, or one here and one there. I think I'm more partial to having them farther apart. Cool stuff. Now the tower windows, I think I just want to do like individual blocks, you know? Not too high windows, because that can kind of be a little bit much on a tower. And I always love the way it looks when the windows are like kind of wrapping around it in line with the with, oh god, what am I trying to say? And with the stairs. Okay, this is the side with the roof, right? Yeah, that's the side with the roof. And then this guy, did I like miss a block down there? Missed 2 blocks. What did I do there? What is that? Okay, well, that's a little weird. How about something like this? How does that feel? Ooh, cool. Yeah. Yup. Yup. Perfect. And that looks so good with windows in it. Definitely going to bump that window up by 1 too. I think that can totally be 3 high. Bump that up. And then 4 in here, I'm like toying with the idea of not putting a ceiling in. I don't know. I mean, maybe like something along the top there to cover up that. I don't know. Although if I run a ceiling starting from like here where the tower connects, that might make this a little bit more like make a little bit more sense. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I think the ceiling is going to be there. So the ceiling in here is going to be a little bit taller than normal. And then we could put a really tall window in here too. And yeah, we can play with it a little bit more. So let's throw that in place. All right, I think I've punched out all the windows that I want on this build. I'm like tempted to throw something in here, but there's also a part of me that's like, maybe it's a storage pile here or some bushes or something. We don't need windows on every single side. We've got this window here. We've got a bunch of windows on the tower. We've got a bunch of windows on the back here. And I'm so into these 3 high windows. It is going to be kind of challenging detail wise. I might bring these back down to 2 just so that way they don't line all the way up with the trim, but I don't know, we'll see how that lands. This looks really good. A 3 high window there, 3 high window there, and then we've got our kind of lookout tower area, which I'm definitely going to throw a lantern in that area. That's just screaming for like a lantern to be hanging in it. So awesome. All right, I feel good about this. I think we just got to start playing with some details, and we've got lots of dark oak wood to do that with. So, all right, let's get going on some details. So I think a nice trim here would probably finish this off really nicely. And I'm thinking about the best way to do this. Let's see. How does that look? I don't know. I'm not so sure about that. Let me try something else. You do slabs and trapdoors. I kind of like that a little more. Although the one thing that I do think here, okay, one last edit. Let's do this. Then we can do something down here like that. And something like that. Yeah. I'm into that. I think that's cute. Okay. Good on that. Now over here, I like want to make these transitions between the stone foundation and the spruce second floor a little bit cleaner, but I might just need to kind of live with them, especially because I always feel like they're like really abrupt when I'm putting in details, but then after I get a bunch of details in, they kind of blend in a little bit more. So maybe just like something really simple like that. And maybe just like that. And yes, I do realize I don't have glass in these windows yet. I've got a bit smelting up so that way I can put some glass in the windows, but I'm kind of into that, honestly. I think that looks kind of cool. Yeah, that's good. This is good too. Okay, so yeah, that's good. Let's keep moving ahead. These I found with tower windows like these, it always looks good to do fences instead of glass, and then maybe even just really basic, just a shutter. I'm actually like not into that. Oh, that's not an X. I don't know if maybe even just like a slab. That I'm like getting a bad sense of how that looks. I like don't want it to stick out that far, but pretty much anything I can do here is gonna be that far out. So let's just see, how do we feel about a stair there? It like kind of works. I don't know. I feel like the slab was honestly better. Yeah. I'm not like super into it, but I think it gets the job done. That's too much. Too much. I'm kind of into this arrangement. I don't know if I put that all the way around the tower, though, if that's going to be like a little bit much. And that feels off balance because there's not like it needs a shutter on the other side. But realistically, you'd only need one shutter for a window this small. What if we did... Oh, wait, no. Actually... I mean, I'm like kind of into that. I was thinking instead of that... What if... Maybe it's not even anything below. Maybe it's literally just this like that. And then I don't know if I attach a gate to that trap door, if that's going to look kind of funky, if it's going to do something weird. Oh, that's a fence. No, Didn't do anything weird. Yeah, I mean, that's honestly the best I think it's looked. I'm into that. I think that's a good option. Let's do that all around. How's this looking? Oh, that looks great. Yeah, that's perfect. It doesn't need to be too much. And that leaves us room to be able to like wrap some leaves around the tower if we want. We don't have to worry about them kind of intersecting with a lot of fancy details. So perfect. Awesome. All right, let's check on our glass. Where are we at with that? Oh, looks like we're all set. Oh, nope. And let's do some glass panes. That should be plenty. Some glass in these windows. Beautiful. I think that's all the windows. And then let's get up here and let's get some details going on this guy. Now, we're gonna have to be kind of careful about how we do this. Oh, we're out of trapdoors. That like too close to that edge? Oh no, that's fine. Yep, that's perfect. Okay. Let's grab some more trapdoors because we're gonna need them regardless. I think I still have some dark oak wood on me. Think this can be a slab. Why do you always move the one thing you're gonna use next out of your hotbar? I do it all the time. Every time I move something out of my hotbar, it's the next thing that I need. Yeah, that's good. That's cute. I love the contrast with the sandstone. I think that looks really good. Okay, so now we just need to get like these two window areas set up. And over here, I might need more fences actually. So let's get some more fences going. Now this guy we can be a little bit more liberal with because he's got such a high area there. So what if we do kind of this classic combination and then maybe just like a slab and some trapdoors here. And then we do fence, 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 fence. Okay. Yeah, Yeah, I'm good with that. We could even run, like, here, let's get back up there. We could do something along, like, right here. Like, maybe trapdoor, slab. Is that, like, too close to what we have going on underneath? What if it's a stair? Oh, not what I wanted. Oh, I should have known that was going to happen. Yeah, I'm into that. The one edit I might make is let's go down a little bit. Is I might double up on those trapdoors. And then having done that, I think this might make more sense as a slab. Yeah. Okay, cool stuff. I'm into that. Awesome. All right, now for these guys. And they might be kind of simpler because we don't need to put like a top part on these. It may even just be like a kind of sill situation. And then, I mean, do we need to run fences? My inclination always is to. But I definitely feel like sometimes I rely a little heavily on doing that. And I'd love to push myself out of doing that as much as I do, but at the same time, I mean, if it looks good, it looks good. And you don't want to really mess with a good thing, you know? Ooh, that's interesting. Okay, I have one thing I think I want to edit about these. I think they're like a little too flat, if that makes any sense. So what if instead of that, we did something like that? Does that look weird? Okay. Wait. We're getting somewhere. I have an idea. Ow. Okay. Well, I don't know why I wasn't able to jump out of there. I thought I had enough room to. Ooh, that's funky. Ooh, I like it. I mean, let's look at the two next to each other. Like, which do we like more? I like this because it's simple. I like this because it's like a little bit more complex. I have one more thing I want to try with it. So what if, actually, I don't think I want to be in this position. I want to be like over here. I want to take those out and I want to throw. Can I do this? Ooh, I can. Or should it go the other way? Yeah, I think it might want to go the other way. Nope. I'm like really into that. I think that's super cool. The only thing that I'm trying to reconcile is I want to put another trapdoor here to like give it like a fully rounded shape. But if I do that, if I do it on this side, I won't be able to put a trapdoor on this side, right? I think because that trapdoor will be taking up that block. So I think I've got to kind of live with it as it is. And I mean, I'm into it though. I think that's the move, really. So let's set that up on the other side. All right, we got the light on it, so it's gonna look really good. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, I love it. Okay, okay. I know I keep messing with this side, and I might be overdoing it, but what if fence, and then fence. Oh my god, that's so cool. Oh my god, I really like that. Okay, cool. Cool stuff. I'm almost wondering if I should like dress this one up a little bit more now. I don't know, you know? That's just like really funky, and it's I don't know what it's giving, but it's giving something, and I just love it. So awesome. All right, so we're definitely good on those. We're good on the tower. I'm feeling good about these. I don't know like if it's something about the stone foundation, but I kind of want that simpler. And this, you know, it works. I don't know, actually. The more I look at it, the like less I like it. I'm not quite sure what to do to it though, you know, to make it work anymore. I think I'm gonna leave it. And if it's bothering us down the road, we can certainly mess with it again. This one, I'm like, do I do something more with it? And same with this one, just because this is so funky. I love that. And I don't know if there's like a place or a world where I do that on this side too. I need more trapdoors. So let's do I actually wait? 1, 2, 3. No, I don't. I think I can do that. Yes. Yep. Yup. I really like that. That's so cool. I really like it. Awesome. All right. Well, now we've got to do something to this front window. I think I just went for the obvious answers, and I need to like push myself to try some stuff that's just, you know, kind of unconventional, you know? All right, that's already a slab, so we really just need to take these trapdoors out. That's a slab too, I'm pretty sure. We just need to take that out. There. 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 Yes, okay. Ooh. I love the vibe that this is giving off. These like round windows. I think that's so cool. I'm into it. I'm into it. Does this need to change? Does this need to change, guys? I feel like it needs to change. All right, let's just mess with this a little bit because I kind of just landed on this and it's just not doing it for me. Okay. I don't think I don't think that's what I was. I don't know why I find that so funny. That's definitely not it. I'm sorry, but that's definitely not it. It's just it looks a little, it's a little too robust, I think is the right word for it. Okay, and then I know I'm probably gonna have the exact same thing happen if I do it this way, but I'm just curious. Okay, one more thing to attempt. What if I just kind of cut the trapdoors out entirely? Yeah, it's still not doing it for me. I don't know what it would take to make this window work. I mean, we could just like fully recreate what's going on the other floors. So like take that, get rid of that, move this up to here. Is that gonna work? Wait. 1, 2, 3. No, that's not gonna work either. We'd have to move. Yeah, no, we can't like recreate what's going on the other floors. I'm kind of into that. I don't know. I'm like not fully sold on it, but all right. We're just gonna keep. And like, this is a dangerous game of just like messing with details and messing with details until you kind of dig yourself into a hole. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, yes. Yeah, there we go. That's it. That's it right there. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Perfect. Love that. That's super fun. That's all fixed up. And yeah, I don't know. There's something about the simplicity of these windows that's kind of working for me, especially considering how sort of over-engineered all the other windows are. Like, I could create something like that down here, but I think it's worth just like sticking with the simplicity of these. The only thing I could think to do is like knock those out and put stairs there instead. Actually kind of cool. This is kind of something else here. Let's do the same here and see how we feel about it. There, and then we could even still have. Let's get out of the way. Yeah. Yup. There we go. Oh my god, I love the vibe. I love the vibe. The vibe is like, it's vibing. I don't know how else to put it. It's doing it for me. It's just, it's really funky and it's really fresh. Okay, one other thing that I think would be worth doing, dark oak trapdoors along the sides of this. I think that'll kind of cap off the edges of those a little bit better. Okay, so I tried trapdoors, and that looks okay. And then I wanted to try fences. I'm almost more into the fences. I think that looks a lot better. So I'm gonna switch out these trapdoors for fences on this side. Yeah, that looks really good. Okay, cool. Cool stuff. I mean, detail wise. Oh, and we got to get something up top. Yeah, we got to get something going on that like secondary tower there. So let's get up there. Okay, how do we feel about that? Is that too dark? I don't know. I think it's kind of cool. It definitely like creates a bit of contrast. I don't know that we can do it on this side the same way. Maybe it's just this top bit. Maybe this bottom one doesn't need to be there. I'm just gonna, you know, I tried doing it from the inside and it was really tricky, so I'm just gonna go up from the outside. Yeah, I'm like kind of into that. I can't put anything here, and I want it to be consistent around the whole thing. So we're gonna have to work like there's no ability to for us to put something there. And this like works. I think it's like really cool. It sort of breaks up the color there, but it still allows us to kind of hint at the sandstone to carry over the texture. I'm good with it. I'm good with it. I'm better than good with it. I like it. I like it a lot. So let's get this side going. I think that's perfect. I think that does the job. It kind of creates just like a little bit of difference up there. It feels like there's something else going on besides it being all one texture, but we still have enough of the sandstone to carry over the color. I think that looks great. I mean, I feel like we might be good on exterior details. This feels, I love this build so much. I don't mean to like take away from any of my other builds. I've built some really cool stuff, but I am so into this build. I wish that damn wandering trader wasn't trying to get inside. What are you doing, sir? Can you not be in my house right now? Can you go somewhere else? I think oh my god. Oh my god. My game is crashing. Oh my god. It's so weird. It's just everything just went dark. It was well, let me reboot my game and figure out what's going on there. It's very strange. Oh, you gotta love it when you reboot your game and the wandering trader is just gone. I mean, you know, I definitely was, you know, I had nothing wrong with that guy, but I guess he just sort of scooted out of here, and I guess that's okay with me. You know, he was a little annoying, but all right, maybe just a little something there, just like that. Are we good with that? I'm kind of good with that. I think that's kind of cute. I think that sort of does it. Okay, if I keep on messing around, I'm gonna end up redoing and doing and redoing details over and over again. And I think we're in such a good place right now with the details that it's kind of one of those things where it's like, so I don't know if anybody knows of like Coco Chanel and her like theory about fashion and how when you're leaving the house, you should, you know, put everything you want on and then you should take one thing off. And that's kind of how I feel right now about what's going on with this build. If I keep, like, if anything, I probably should take one thing off. I'm not going to because I have no self-control. But but I think we're good. Like, I'm not gonna keep messing with details, you know. Okay, let's get some doors in place. Oh, I'm gonna need one more, aren't I? We could just leave that open, actually. Or actually, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna throw a door up here. Then we're gonna go back down. Oh my God. The staircase takes so long to get up and down. It's surprising. It's not that tall. We're gonna get rid of that door. We're gonna stick it up here. There we go. Cool. So our like bedroom, like upstairs area is sort of private. The first floor is open to the staircase, which I think makes sense. And then we've got a door here and a door up top to kind of keep the draft out from up there. So, all right. I mean, let me plug away at some interior details because you guys all know, if you watch my videos, interior details, not my forte. I work on them. I try to do my best, but they just kind of baffle me. So I'm going to do what I can, make it look pretty, make it look cozy, and yeah, we'll go from there. I have so much stuff to move around too. If I wanna, I'm just gonna have to make some more chests. I'm not even gonna mess around with trying to like shuttle that stuff around while breaking those chests. But okay, let me plug away at some interior details. All right, so we did some interior detailing, but I also kind of touched up the outside a little bit more. I threw some leaves around. I threw some lanterns around. I think this is looking so freaking good. I am so happy with it. I love the way the leaves are like climbing around the tower and onto the roof. I think that looks really great. The lanterns are really lighting it up. I put lanterns and fences all along the inside of this. I think it's really like a nice touch. I think it makes it feel kind of like a watchtower, or like, I don't know how to put it, but just like almost like a lighthouse, but like on the ground, I guess. Like it's supposed to guide, if you're lost in these woods, it would guide you back to this house. So that's super cool. I'm into it. I laid down a bunch of moss and grew it out here because I'm sort of going with this story that like whoever lives here is the naturalist who takes care of these woods and, you know, takes care of the trees and the mossy caves and everything. And so you know, I wanted like a little bit of that like bleeding into the surrounding area. I might even just like push it a little bit further. Nope, not what I wanted to do. And just kind of like try to really take over the top of this hill with it. And that will kind of cement it in place. Let me just get these last little bits there. Perfect. And I love like the tall grass and the azalea bushes. I think it just all lends itself to this vibe of like this overgrown kind of manor that has been like lost in the woods, and it's just I love it. I love it. I did some interior detailing, again, not my strong suit, but I got some lanterns up, I got a little eating area, I got a smelting set up. We got tons of storage here, barrels, chests, barrels, just you know, crafting table, all the basics. And then upstairs we just did like a very basic little bedroom space, again leaning into like that this person is very like woodsy oriented. You know, we've got a lot of leaves and sort of planters. We've got some saplings and some pots, a little more storage and crafting. And yeah, I mean, for me with interior detailing, it's kind of just like, what can I put in that corner and how far can I extend it out into the room? You know, like I'm not really, there's like, again, I've asked for this before, and I'm very curious if people know of somebody or some YouTuber, or if you have photos or something that you can sort of inspire me for interior detailing, because it is not my strong suit and I definitely want to get better at it. You know, I know the potential is there. I mean, I got better at exterior building, so I could definitely get better at interior building too, right? That's not outside the realm of possibility. But one last thing I wanted to do is make some item frames, because I can't find any sheep in these woods. I mean, maybe there were some. I'm sure if when I review the footage, I'll find some. But I can't really get any wool for, I don't have wool, right? I don't have some wool kicking around, right? I wanted to do a painting. Yeah, I don't seem to have any wool kicking around, which is fine. That's fine. Oh my god. Oh my god, I don't know what to do with this inventory anymore. You can always tell how close I'm getting to the end of the build by how bad my inventory is getting. It's a little scary. So let's just make a bunch of sticks. Can I make moss carpets? Oh, I can. Ooh, I'm gonna make a bunch of those too, because I kind of wanted to put those inside, but I didn't want to have to go all the way down to the lush cave to get more. So let's grab the last two item frames. And let's grab, I'm thinking, one of the diamonds, maybe one of the golden tools, and how about the golden apple as things we can frame kind of scattered around inside. So let's get back in here. I don't know that there's really any good spot for stuff down here. I mean, we could stick like a frame up there. Probably here. No, I don't like it there. There. And then let's do the golden pick. There we go. And then let's get up here. And let's do the last two item frames right here. Right? Do I have, I could stick one here too. And let's move you over to there then. And let's do, what was the other thing I wanted to do? Oh yeah, the diamond. Let's do the diamond over here and the golden apple here. Perfect. And then let's just lay down some of these moss carpets. Oh, I love the vibe. I absolutely love the vibe. Oh, it's fantastic. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, it's awesome. Okay. And then there's not a lot of room downstairs, but I think these last 5 will do us. So like just like a few sort of scattered throughout. There we go. Just like, you know, the person who lives here just doesn't care, and they're going to let moss like grow on the floor of their house, and you know, and they're gonna be into it because it's like it's soft, it's like a carpet, you know, but it's moss, so it's you know, it's the natural material that they love. So awesome, awesome. Okay, I'm gonna just like do a bit of running back and forth and filtering the inventory into the chests in here because it's just completely out of hand and I can't handle it, and I need it to be organized before I stop recording. But we are pretty much done, guys, and I am so happy with it. We'll do one last little sort of float around once I'm done sorting the inventory, but yeah, this is looking really good. I'm so in love with this build, and I can't wait to show it to you one last time. Okay, so we've got all of our inventory all somewhat neatly organized. I mean, we've got like wood stuff, we've got like stone stuff, we've got decorations, we've got like clay, sand, and dirt. We got some ores, we got some tools, and we have our single tropical fish. Actually, 2 tropical fish. I don't know how I got a second one. I don't know where that came from. But yeah, so we got everything all neatly organized for, you know, whatever may come. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm so into this build. I'm so into this spot. I'm so into this world in general. This is definitely a revisit. You know, it's not going to be next video. It's not going to be probably for a little while, but I am 100% revisiting this world and building more off of this. You know, like I would love to see some more infrastructure on this island. Let's do our little fly around. So this is our build. It looks so good. I love the brick and the sandstone and the spruce and the dark oak. It's just this incredible combination. I love it when I play with color palettes and I end up with such a cool sort of vibrant mix, you know, and this feels like this is exactly the vibe that like I kind of started going towards, and then all of a sudden it just was like there, like it just happened. It became exactly what I wanted, which is so cool. I love my little mossy patch here. I would love to expand it a little further, but I need bones for that, and that's gonna, or bone meal, and that's gonna be kind of hard to find. So that's definitely gonna have to be something down the road that we pick up in another commentary long play, is like getting a composter going and maybe picking up a ton of moss and composting it for some more bone meal. But yeah, I mean, just imagine if I built like some sort of staircase down. Maybe we'd have like a little farming plot here, or like another small build, and then, you know, we can just kind of wrap it all the way down around the island. I never even realized there was this like chasm here. That's super cool. Whoa, I never saw this too. That's awesome. Wait, does this like connect to a lush cave? Okay, no, it doesn't. I thought I saw some light in there and I was like, oh my god, another lush cave. But yeah, so I could see a lot of potential with this island and building this up, you know, maybe as like a little mini series and not even like a full world that we commit to, especially because this is peaceful. So it's going to be a little hard to kind of build up the infrastructure in terms of enchanted tools and experience and stuff. But yeah, I think this came out great and I'm so happy with it. And yeah, so awesome. All right, well, always do that. Thank you so much, guys, for joining in, for tagging along for this journey and seeing where it brought us. Sorry for the little technical glitch with not recording for a little bit, but yeah, if you watched this far into the video and you enjoyed it, leave a like, leave a comment, let me know what you liked about the build, what you might do differently, and definitely consider subscribing if you enjoyed this content, because then you'll, you know, be a part of my channel and you'll get to see other similar sort of chill Minecraft content. So awesome. All right, guys, I hope you have a good week and I will see you in the next one.